Sup everyone, how we all doing? Welcome to That's Football. It's Canada against Morocco. We're back with World Cup watch-alongs. I hope you're all doing very well. I am. I've been out this afternoon, a few pints down the beer garden. I felt I just needed it. I really do. I was so tired last night. I mean, I loved Argentina against Cape Verde, and I wish it had gone to penalties. I really do. But just tired, really tired. Fair play to everyone who's watching all the games because I was fatigued last night. But I'm back on it tonight, ready to go again. I think this is going to be a good game. I think Canada could produce a shock. Morocco are favourites. I've got my little bet builder. I'll tell you about that in a minute. We're sponsored by Bowl Sports. But yeah, just went out this morning, watched Seb play football. Lunchtime, United stand. And then this afternoon, I was just like, you know what? Family time, let's go down the pub. Some people go to Centre Park. Some people go to, garden centres. Not my family. Down the pub. Bit of a chat down the pub. So yeah, feel refreshed. I still feel very tired. England tomorrow. What's your sleeping strategy for that? Because I tell you what, that's not kicking off at 1 o'clock and it's not finishing at 3 a.m. That's an all-nighter. I'm telling you, that's going to be an all-nighter. But we've got Canadian flags in the live chat. I'm taking Viagra in solidarity, says Marge. I feel sorry for your partner. Somebody said to me today, if England are not, can I just make this very, very clear? England are not going to take Viagra, right? But you could take Viagra to deal with altitude because it increases your oxygen in your lungs. Somebody said, does that mean England players would be running around with stiffies? Only if they get sexually aroused. And if I was Harry Kane, I wouldn't be getting sexually aroused about England against Mexico. Some of you might, but I wouldn't. Very excited about this. I hope Canada learn the lesson of South Africa in the sense that we watched Canada play South Africa last week and South Africa parked the bus. And I think it was a mistake. And they ultimately paid the price. Canada against Morocco could park the bus. I would not do that. I would be pragmatic, but I would be attacking as well. Because look at Cape Verde. I think they were very well organised, but they didn't park the bus. So I wouldn't do that. I think you're inviting a loss. You're not going to do 120 minutes without a goal conceded. I'm sorry, you're not going to do it. So I think definitely Morocco the favourites. I think they will win. But I just think that some of you will have been with us last night until, what was it 2 a.m.? I think Cape Verde, I'm not going to stop talking about them. And I said this about DR Congo as well. I think Cape Verde's legacy of this amazing World Cup is that they've shown, and look, I'll be very, very clear here. When I looked at Cape Verde's squad, I couldn't find a player that played for anybody decent. Shamrock Rovers centre-backs, with respect to Shamrock Rovers, I lived in Ireland for 3.5 years. It ain't the pinnacle of football. And when you look at DR Congo, you've got people like Wan-Bissaka, Wizza. The Cape Verde side didn't really have anybody in that squad that would be a notable, not one player that you'd go, oh, they play for a half-decent team. But as a team, they held their own against the World Cup holders. And I think Cape Verde have given us the blueprints of how you behave in this World Cup as an underdog. That's not me, the Morocco manager, by the way. I'm not having it. But so I don't think there's any excuse for Canada against Morocco. I don't think there's any excuse for Egypt against Argentina. I don't think there's any excuse for Paraguay later on. If Cape Verde can push Argentina to extra time with the players that they've got, then I certainly think Paraguay, Canada tonight can do it as well. So hopefully we'll see a good game. Okay, we've got a false start here. Normally get this in Formula 1 or 100 metres racing. We've got a false start in the football here. Don't know what was quite wrong with that kickoff that we couldn't just start it as normal. But, Michael Oliver is the referee and he's a prat. Now we've started. Is he happy with that one? Yep, that was a proper kickoff. He's okay with it. Okay. Would be funny if Kane grows a cane, says Mohammed. I think you're more handsome than Moroccan, Mark, says TK. Let's go Canada. Shame we have Michael Oliver as the official, says Snoopy. I'm taking Viagra in solidarity. I've done that one. Thank you very much for the super chats. Really appreciate everyone getting involved. Loving the World Cup. Loving the community we're building. Just to shout out, we are trying to hit 1.5 million subscribers before the end of this World Cup. We're on 494,500. So please do subscribe. We're getting very close to 495, and then it's the final countdown. Europe. If you know, you know. Okay, let me get you back in the live chat. Yes, please do click and subscribe and share if you have subscribed. I've been very impressed with Morocco. I've been very impressed with Morocco. I think Canada. Look, the thing about Jesse March is it's almost the RB Leipzig model, isn't it? They do press high. I don't see Canada parking the bus, and therefore I think we get a good game. That's my stance on it. Anyway, we are sponsored by Boyle Sports. A lot of people have been enjoying my bet builders throughout this World Cup. What is a bet builder? A bet builder is where you build a bet, basically. So you take a load of things, could be a number of corners, yellow cards, shots on target, goals, who's going to win. You throw a load of things into your bet, you boost your odds, but they all have to happen. I have won a couple over the last week. I've also been one away on a few as well. Big shout out to Boyle Sports for this Canada-Morocco sponsorship. But this is my bet builder. I've got Morocco to win, Sabari to score at any time, over 2.5 goals, both teams to score, and Jonathan David of Canada to have over 2.5 shots. So that's my bet builder. Morocco to win, Sabari to score at any time, over 2.5 goals, both teams to score, and Jonathan David to have over 2.5 shots. I've got 12 to 1 on this. So a £10 bet would give me 120 quid. That's what I've got. I think this is achievable. Give it a go yourself. What do you think of mine? Let me know in the comments. Also, throughout the tournament with Boyle Sports, we're throwing you some World Cup trivia. So, question, which stadium is hosting the highest number of matches, 9 fixtures, during this tournament? If you get this, you're a goat. This is a tough one. Which stadium is hosting the highest number of matches, 9 fixtures, this tournament? And considering the final is in New York, it is not New York. So let me know in the chat. We'll talk about it at half time. Keep hold of your answer. As always, it's 18 plus, UK and Ireland only. Please bet responsibly. Terms and conditions are in the description. Thank you very much. So this first few minutes, to be fair, we've got Canada playing a high line and Morocco passing it around the back. Let me get into the chats here. Evening, Mark. Love that Canada are in the last 16, but I get the feeling Oliver will rob them of a win. Hope not, Midri. Look, I think having watched Argentina play Cape Verde last night, I think anything's possible. Canada have got decent players compared to Cape Verde in the sense that a lot of Canadian players do play at a decent level. You know, Johnston, the right back, plays for Celtic. Bombito, centre back, plays for Nice. De Forelles, probably not giving him justice there, plays for Fulham. He's only 20 years of age. You've got Laria, the left back, who plays for Toronto. They've got a corner here, by the way. Buchanan plays for Villarreal. Let's have a look through this team. Let me just see what happens with the corner first. That's cleared away. Yeah, Siga and Estaque are the midfield for Canada. So Siga plays for Hajduk Split. Goal! No, messed it up. Corner. Jonathan David. Estaque plays for Porto. So they've got good players, Canada. Ahmed on the wing. He plays for... who does Ahmed play for? Norwich. And then the front two, Jonathan David, Juventus, and Aloise also plays for Villarreal. So Canada have got players that play at a higher level than Cape Verde. No doubt about it. And they've started off well here. Corner, not very good again. But first 5 minutes, promising from Canada on the front foot. Another corner. Moroccan team, by the way, let's get this going round. Stats carousel. Bono, Hakimi, Diop, Halhal, Mazraoui, Bouadi, Alanoy, Diaz, Anahi, Alkanaz, Sabari. I mean, Canada have started off very well here. Remember, the winner of this game plays France-Paraguay. Allah says, will you do all the games from now on? Ooh, flicked on by Canada there. And keeper punches it away. It's a really good start by Canada, actually. They're very much on the front foot here. It's a very good start from Canada. Time is wrong. It is. It's very wrong. It'll be right in a minute. There we go. I don't know why that was doing that. Legitimately, don't know. Not had a Moscow Mule yet, Jade, no. What's your thoughts on Canada's away kit? By far my favourite. Is that this one? I mean, I'm not massively enamoured by a black kit with white paint splattered all over it, but I can see why people like it. What do you think of Trossard potentially moving to Besiktas? I saw something about, that's from Faz, I saw something about Odegaard going to Turkey as well. Midri says, evening Mark, love that Canada are in the last 16, but I get the feeling that Oliver would have done that one. Allah says, are you going to do all the games from now on? I mean, I can answer that at half time. The chances are high. Thanks for the early super chats, by the way. And thanks everyone who's tuning in. I would expect Morocco to get on the front foot here, but looking at the high line of Canada, I don't know. Where are we playing in this game? I should know it off the top of my head, but Houston. What's the stadium I like? Is it Seattle? I love the one with the diagonal. Which is not here. Houston's a nice stadium, though. Callum says, how are you finding the fatigue, Mark? Definitely starting to notice it a bit myself with getting up for work. Amazing tournament. Oh, mate, I'm really noticing it now. I'm really noticing it now. Yeah. Like last night, I actually went to bed at like 2, didn't get up till 9, so I had a good 7 hours, still knackered. But I used to have that when I used to work nights. Like, it's the accumulation fatigue. At least tonight, there's no early hours. It's England tomorrow is going to do me in big time. If that game gets delayed by thunder, oh my God. A 1 o'clock kickoff getting delayed, oh God. That'd be hard. Atul says, hi Mark, I'm sorry to say that my dog is missing. I need you to call him. Oh, good chance. We'll come back to your missing dog. Canada have started this game very well. Remember, they're not actually even in Canada. They're in Houston, but they have started off very well here. That's not a foul. Fuck off. That is an absolutely joke, ref, linesman. Who's this idiot linesman? I bet he's got a British passport. What a twat. There's no way that's a foul. Well, it's a great save by Bono. Look at this save by Bono with his feet. Brilliant. Brilliant save. Should have been 1-0 Canada. Timer is absolutely spot on now. Hi Mark, are you a fan of energy drinks? If not, tea or coffee? Definitely coffee through this World Cup. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, good defending by Canada. The timer is not 20 seconds off because it says 11:38 there and it says 11:38 on my screen. So that's YouTube, not me. Got nothing to do with me. Look at Boadi. Wilcox and Barada should sign him, says Andy. Anyway, let's go back to the missing dog. No one's going to find it when we're skipping on it because of a chance for Canada. Atul says, I am sorry to say that my dog is missing. I need you to call him. His name is Vinny. Hey, Vinny. Vinny. Hey, Vinny. 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 Have you lost it? Ninja says, any transfer decisions with Gold Devils, Mark? I don't think I'll do Baller League next year. I loved it. I really enjoyed it. I don't think I'll be doing it. For reasons I'll explain when I decide not to do it, but I don't think I'll do it. Insider information. Maybe a little bit too honest, but I just don't think I'm going to be doing it. Any transfer, that was from Ninja. What do you think of Trossard? I've done that. How are you feeling? Done that. Done that. Done that. Canada have started off really well. I actually thought Morocco would give France a game. Canada are all over them at the moment. They've done really well. They've started really well. All over them. No messing around. Canada are all over Morocco at the moment. What you all having for tea? I've ordered mine in, which tells you I'm not cooking. Excuse me. Round, round, baby, round, round. Sorry, I was just reading something there. Mark, thoughts on Canada's away kit? I've done that one. I couldn't give a shit. Check the Vinicius Junior and Haaland parody. Says, does this matter? And Fenerbahce put a 21 million bid for Watkins, Mark, and Sunderland has offered Brobby to Juventus as well. And Arsenal want Konza from Villa. Dino, that is a hat trick of strange transfer updates, if ever I heard them. Bono chose Morocco over Canada. Would have been great for Canada, says Chiri. I don't know whether that's true. And Gamaldo hates Michael Oliver. Blackgate with a super chat says, I'll be going to a resort of sorts. The other guests are somewhat mean. The sleeping arrangements aren't great and the food leaves a lot to be desired. Any advice? It's definitely not a prison. Sounds like a bloody prison. Thank you for your super chat. Let's go Canada. This would be a minor miracle, says Canada Dave. I mean, mate, you've started off the better team. 15 minutes gone, you are definitely the better team. Morocco have started off really bad. And maybe it's that mentality of, oh, we're better than you, but they haven't started off very well at all. What do you think about France-Paraguay? I think it's a nailed-on France win, really. Yeah, I'd be very surprised if they don't win it. But it's a slow start by Morocco. 16 minutes gone. Not really got going at all. Look, Jesse Marsch and his style of football is... It's very energetic. It's very high line. And to be honest, very good so far. Did you enjoy Cape Verde's game? Loved it. Yeah, loved it. Thought they were brilliant. And I think it's, as I said, a blueprint for everybody else as to how to play in a tournament like this. Are you looking forward to tomorrow? Yes. Got a corner here for Canada. Morocco have not attacked at all so far. It is shockingly bad. Yeah, I am looking forward to tomorrow. I think Brazil-Norway is going to be a very, very good game. England-Mexico, I just think it's so... I don't care how we win. I'm dropping the preview tomorrow morning on this channel. I don't care how we win, as long as we win. I'm not bothered about performance. I think performance goes out the window at altitude and what is basically a home game. Corner to Canada. But yeah, I haven't got a problem with it. I've seen some absolute idiots saying it's not fair that England have got to play a home game for Mexico in the Azteca. And I'm like, yeah, we played a Euros final against Italy at Wembley and we still bloody lost. So I ain't got a problem with it. It's the way it is. But... I'd be massively disappointed if we went out, obviously. Do you still think that football is coming home, or otherwise, who do you think will win the World Cup? I'm going to stick with England. You know, I'm not going to bottle it. Good tackle by Canada there. Alphonso Davies is on the bench again. I mean, he's clearly just not fit enough to start games. Best player for Canada, but he just can't start. Which is a shame. I mean, they're not a team that's blessed with superstars anyway, but they, you know, massive game for Canada, and they still can't start Alphonso Davies. Please do share the video if you're watching, everybody. We've got nearly 8,000 watching, and please do subscribe to the channel as we try to get to 495,000. Thank you, everyone. Click bottom right corner and subscribe. Canada definitely started off the better team here. Get the guitar. I mean, I've been down the pub this afternoon and could play a few songs, but no, that tends to be for the early hours of the morning when I'm trying to stay awake, which is not going to happen now. There's no way I'm going to fall asleep now. Got a job as a coach in university, can't stay still, says Rahul. He's very excited. Mazraoui's aura after finding religion is insane. The discipline, the work rate, the bold head is so perfect. I predict a brilliant season for him at United, says Rajaf. And do you still think that's football? I've done that one from DJ. Canada looks fresher. Looks like the 120 minutes against Netherlands took its toll on Morocco, says Chiri. Dylan says, thanks for these lives. No problem at all. And Roberts better give his £500 back. Sleepy Bridge, says Funky. And Canada starts how we expected the Dutch would start against Morocco, but Koeman had other thoughts, says Chief. And the Mexico game is harder than Norway or Brazil, says Isaac. A writes says, happy 250 America Day. Is George Santos from Mexico worth £7 million a week? Says AW right. It is July the 4th, yes. That's a big day for the Americans, isn't it? The 4th of July. I presume you get the day off. Do you do Turkey or something? I presume you get the day off. It is one of those days that means absolutely nothing to the UK. So, you get the day off? What's going on here? Is it going off? It's a substitution. Sabari is off. Rahimi is on. I mean, that is a blow. 21 minutes in. I mean, look, I've got him to score at any time. Sabari. That changes because of the sub anyway. So Rahimi scoring at any time brings in my changes my bet slightly. But that's a big problem. Sabari going off for Morocco tonight and the rest of the tournament. It is a Saturday, Mark. We get the day off anyway. Yeah, but not everybody does. Johnny says it means nothing because you all want to forget. What are we forgetting? Like, seriously, I don't know. It's never anything that registered in any of my life. I'm 47. And at school, college, work life, nobody ever told us anything about July the 4th. So I know it's a big day for Americans, but not the whole world does not revolve around you. It means nothing in the UK. Nothing. So I don't know what we're trying to forget, because we've had World War I and II after whatever you're talking about. So, yeah. Enjoy your day if you're an American. I love America. I want you to win. But it's not something that we sit there as British people and cry about. We don't care. Let's go Canada. This would be a minor miracle. That was from Canada Dave. Thank you very much. Barbecue and fireworks is the hand of Thrawn. Sounds good to me. The football gods are with Portugal. Ronaldo will win. Yeah, we're not watching Portugal. Canada are cooking so far. Footy, they're doing really well. I've been very disappointed. Why have we not had a hydration break as well? Now we've got it now. Get me the guitar. What we're going to do, let's do a little bit of... yeah. Oh, these times are hard. Yeah, they're making us crazy. Don't give up on me, baby. Oh, these times are hard. Yeah, they're making us crazy. Don't give up on me, baby. Right, let me see if I try this. Wonderwall. Get your lighters out, you bitches. Right, anyway, we are sponsored by Ball Sports. We're not sponsored by The Script, who probably hate me for doing that. Okay, so we are sponsored by Ball Sports. I'm a bit worried about this. I ain't going to lie. I'm a bit worried about this. So, sponsored by Ball Sports. I've got a bet builder. We are halfway through the first half. Hydration break. I've got Morocco to win, which looks very unlikely at the moment. I've got Sabari to score at any time, but he has been subbed off. So it's Rahimi to score at any time now because I've got sub swap. Over 2.5 goals. Both teams to score. Jonathan David over 2.5 shots. That has a sub swap on it as well. 12-1. But to be fair, the start we've seen from Canada, I'm not so sure. Don't forget, I'm also testing your World Cup knowledge with Ball Sports. The question 1 was which stadium hosting the highest number of matches? 9 fixtures during the tournament. Which stadium has the most matches in this World Cup tournament? And which Canada star and Juventus forward scored a brilliant group stage hat-trick against Qatar early in the... I mean, that's easy. That's low IQ, that question. I mean, that's literally... I wouldn't even ask a football fan that. I think, like... I think my cat would get that one, but there we go. I'll give you the answers at half time. No prizes, it's just for fun. Back yourself with Ball Sports, 18 plus, UK and Ireland only. Please bet responsibly. Terms and conditions are in the description and on the screen. It's been a very disappointing start from Morocco. No two ways about it. It has been a disappointing start. Mark's going to be headlining at the Pyramid at Glastonbury this year. I can't sing for shit. I can play the guitar a little bit. Americans on X changed the offside rule to Bayern. Sorry, I didn't read that right, Andy. Americans on X changed the offside rule. They're mad. Shame for Sabari. Thoughts on his move to Bayern? I just hope he's back if Morocco go through. But remember, France play the winner of this game. Canada have played really, really well. Clangers says, don't give up the day job, not talented, Bridge. Mate, I'm a multi-millionaire. You can't do me on that, I'm afraid. I don't want to be arrogant, but yeah, don't give up the day job. I'm all right. I'm doing okay, mate. Don't steal all the ladies from us, mate. Who will win between Brazil or Norway tomorrow and why? Says Mongoose. Thank you very much. And we should have more. I was actually joking about the last comment, by the way. It was sort of a good way to deal with someone trying to put you down. So that's why I said it. Don't steal all the ladies from us, mate, says Mongoose. And because at the end of the day, the person who said, don't give up your day job, no, not talented, Bridge, Clangers, is probably a guitar nerd who sits in his bedroom with the curtains closed with a big box of tissues, playing his guitar and doesn't get out. So I thought I'd just burn him, really. It was probably a bit harsh, but I just thought, you know what? I didn't start it. You threw the nuclear. I stopped it and threw it straight back. Shampers. Win musical Bridge. That was heartwarming. This is funky. Oh, you know what? I'm not very good at music. I can't sing, but I do like music. Nick P says we should have more pointless excuses for a national holiday in the UK. I propose the 4th of July when we finally got rid of the Yanks. Mate, I'd have a bank holiday for the 4th of July. I think 4th of July is Independence Day for America, isn't it? Well, fair play to you. Fair play to you. Let's have a bank holiday. Everything's diverse now. Let's celebrate the independence of the United States, which we basically did, lost. I don't know. I'll have a bank holiday for that. I'll have a barbecue and a beer for that. Love it. Cheers. I mean, give it 20 years. We won't even have Christmas in this country anyway, so I'm moving to America. What are your thoughts on Klopp to manage Germany, says Mohammed? I think it's perfect. I think it's absolutely perfect. I think Jurgen Klopp is a great manager who I respect massively because I think the intensity of the Liverpool job, he put his hand up and said, I can't keep doing this. It's a little bit like me with the World Cup. I'm like, I'm knackered. I'm actually at a point where I wanted to do Colombia-Ghana and I couldn't do it. I put my hands in the air and I said, I can't do it. I've got to go to bed. And I think Jurgen Klopp, I massively respect the fact that, you know, he obviously loved Liverpool, but he just couldn't do it anymore. And I think the German job would be perfect. He's a brilliant manager. And international football is perfect for him. Definitely. Definitely. Did anyone watch the Colombia-Ghana game? I've not even watched the highlights yet. I was up, well, I wasn't up early, but I haven't watched it yet. I know the goal was scored in the first 15 minutes. It was boring. Yeah, it's very. A lot of people said it was very dull. I was glad I missed that one. I was 100% going to do it because I think Colombia looked good, but I was just so tired. I was too tired. Ghana had no shots, Mark. Yeah, I'm glad I missed that one then. The thing about Ghana is, if you score, what are they going to do? Who you got if this goes to penalties, says Max? Well, I've got to say, I'm massively disappointed with Morocco so far. I actually think Morocco, USA, and who's the other one? Colombia have been three of the best underdog teams in the tournament so far to watch, but this is crap from Morocco. Goldstein. Oh, God. I mean, he's an irrelevance, isn't he? Coffee maker for Talk Sport. I mean, who is he? He's a nobody. He presents a show on the radio. Oh, fucking hell, that's hard. Who you got if this goes to penalties? So gutted Cape Verde didn't get penalties. I know Ghana had 8 shots, nothing on target. Look, England played Ghana. Another team that played too negative for me. Pragmatism doesn't win your friends. The way Cape Verde played is the way to play. Well organised, but did attack when they could. South Africa against Canada, way too pragmatic. Ghana been way too pragmatic. I thought you didn't do politics. What about Christmas as extra sessions? That's not political, mate. That's not political, is it? I don't think we'll be able to call Christmas Christmas in 20 years. It'll be called... what do they call it? There's a name. It's already happening already. What do they call it? Is it Winterland or something like that? It's not political, mate. That's just a prediction of the way things are going. It will be called like Winter Mass or something like that. Politics is who do you what party do you support? This, that, and the other. Scott's not for sale. Too many likely to stay. All roads lead to Bolivia. Worrying signs, says Amy. Data Dean, England has the highest XG amongst the final 16. We'll have some of that, VBA. Thank you very much. I think in Birmingham we already do call it the Winter Festival. Shouldn't be changing the name of Santa's birthday. No. Why do you like the United States, Mark? Well, look. I think, look at the XG of Morocco. Oh my God, get out of this tournament. 0.02 after 35 minutes. What's happened to Morocco? I've not been this angry since they changed Pippa in home and away. What's happened to them? What have they done to Morocco? This is embarrassing. 0.02 XG. You're massive favourites to beat Canada and you're playing like this. Fair play to Canada. Fair play to Canada. Why are you drinking Heineken Zero? Because I've been down the pub and I've had 4 pints and I've got to work till midnight. So I've got the taste, but I can't keep drinking proper beer. So, yeah. This is shocking by Morocco. Absolutely terrible. They're way better than this. Just shows you though, doesn't it? You can't necessarily play well every game. I wouldn't be surprised after this game if it came out saying Morocco have got the shits. Like, they've got no energy. They're not... I don't recognise them. I think United will go for Andre Santos from Chelsea, says Kyle. Do you think Morocco are chilling in preparation for France? Maybe. Maybe. Get your questions in anyway. Loving the show. There's Sabari. Really sad for him. Hopefully it's not long term. We've nearly got 10,000 people watching. Please do share the video. Bottom right hand corner. And we're closing in on 495,000 subscribers on the road to 1.5 million. So please click and subscribe. Thank you everyone for getting involved. What's your plans for England? It's funny because my oldest daughter's at uni and I was very proud of her today. We went down the pub as a family, all of us, and we don't get to do that very often. And she said to me, "What are you doing for the England game?" I said, "Do you not know what I do for a living? I'll be doing a watch along." And she's like, "Oh, I'm going to a pub." I said, "What?" She says, "Yeah, me and my mates were going to a pub." I was like, "I love that. Well done. I will pay for you and your mates to go to the pub." She's like, "I don't need you to. I've got a job." I said, "I will pay for you and your mates to go to a pub because this is brilliant. This is absolutely brilliant. You're going to go to a pub at 1 a.m. on a Sunday morning to watch England. Enjoy it. Remember it. Love it. Absolutely love it." I was so proud. I was like, high five. This is brilliant. This is brilliant. I didn't even know she was going to watch the game. I didn't even know she loved football that much. Michael Oliver's in a fight. He tried to get involved. He's ran away now. Oliver was getting involved, then he's backed off. Fight, 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 fight. Michael Oliver tried to get involved, then he realised it was beyond him and he backed off. What's he going to do? It's getting messy here. Michael, he wanted some. Do you want some? And then he ran off. It got real. He's like the little guy who starts it and then he runs off when the big guy comes in. Yellow cards. Yeah, he's going to do the old yellow card for both trick, isn't he, here? Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I'm going to book you both. Hakimi, yeah. From the dawn of time, referees who didn't have a fucking clue what happened, but it got a bit tasty. Let's book 2 players from each country. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I genuinely don't know what happened. I tried to get involved. I made myself look an idiot. So I'm going to book you both. Yeah, he pushed him on the floor. Look at Michael Oliver trying to get involved. I mean, it was nothing. Look at Michael Oliver. Ah. I don't think the Canadian player should have got booked. I don't think either of them should have got booked. That wasn't a fight. Oh, no one understood. We were holding back the flood. holding back against the rest. What were we talking about before that? Titanic's on Channel 4. Oh, what's she doing here? Old Bird's on. It's been 80 years. You selfish bitch. Hid the diamond in your pocket. Let a bloke drown. Absolute biggest villain. I've actually got it on here. This is not. I'm meant to be watching Canada. Turn it off. Turn it off. I went on to Channel 4 and the old bitch was on the screen. Oh, I think that's the Titanic. Probably the biggest villain in film history. People say it's your man from bloody Silence of the Lambs or, you know, Freddy Krueger. She's the biggest villain in film history. Let a young lad from poverty drowned. You know, in 2026 should be in prison. Rich bitch lets poverty lad drowned and steals a diamond and then keeps it in her pocket and throws it into the sea so her family can't benefit. Don't get me started on the Titanic. Do not get me started on the Titanic. The biggest villain ever. Kate Winslet and the old bitch who played her. Absolute cow. Yeah. Yeah. I can't believe people don't see it. Selfish cow. Absolutely selfish. Let a young poor lad drowned. Played the poverty card. And the sexist card. Stole a diamond. And then kept it in a pocket for 80 years and then threw it in the sea. Definition of selfish. Don't go anywhere near her. You'll end up dead or poor. Any drinks today, says Constantine? No, actually. Oliver forgot he didn't have PGMOA protection, says Mark Ash. People in chat. True Gent says, people in the chat, Muslims don't want to take away Christmas. Oh, let's not turn it into that. We're not going down that road at all. That was not anything about what we were saying at all. Do you get hangovers, Mark, or are you immune? Oh, I do. I do. YouTube Premium. I do. I think United will go for Andre Santos. Thank you very much. Krista says, you've spoiled Titanic for me. Marge says she didn't steal the diamond. She was gifted it. Oh, here we go. Defenders of the selfish cow are in the chat already. She knew it was in her pocket and she kept it. She knew what she was doing. There was plenty of room on that door. Jonathan David's been booked. Michael Oliver is booking more people than any other ref here. I don't care if I'm spoiling Titanic for you, because if you haven't watched Titanic by now, it was made in 1996. It's Jenny from Forrest Gump. Jenny from Forrest Gump, says Tell. Some people in chat were, I know you weren't, Bud, says True Gen. Yeah, well, yeah, you're right to call it out. And it's very, very true. In the UK, I don't know what it's like in other countries, but Christmas in the UK, people love it. Michael Oliver is refereeing this referee. Michael Oliver is reffing this game like a Premier League game. Oh my God, he's booked someone else. He's an embarrassment. He's an absolute bloody embarrassment, Michael Oliver. He's reffing this like no one else has reffed a bloody World Cup game. He is. He's not letting the game flow. He's booking people. We do need a goal, though. It is 0-0. Just saying, it is 0-0. Like, we do need a goal. Have you noticed, though, because Michael Oliver is giving fouls and yellow cards, the players have started diving around all over the place again. This is what happens. If you stop giving fouls, they stop doing it. Very stop-start game now. Okay, my toes killing me. Oh. Deal or no deal? "48 game format, yes or no?" I go with no, says Deck. What format's this for? What's he doing? They're talking about the shopping. She's like, I've made that last week. Really poor half from Morocco. Not what I expected at all. Did you find Walcott's shirt, Mark? I think I did. It was Aspilicueta's I wanted, Nick P. But now I can't remember what he wore. Oddie Grass says Bruce Willis is a ghost. That's a reckless challenge. Have a word with yourself, says Thomas. Thanks for the super chats, by the way. Get your questions in. I don't want to get bored. Do you think Paraguay could beat France? No. I think Sunday's the better day. Brazil, Norway, England, Mexico. Monday's a good day as well. Portugal, Spain, USA, Belgium. What's happening on... Actually, we'll do that at half-time. Canada have been very good. Oh, here we go, though. Morocco. You've got to go wide left. You've got to wide. The intensity and speed of Canada is killing Morocco. They can't settle. I don't think Argentina are going to win the World Cup, no. Markil Oliver is ruining the game. Hope you're well, says Becky. You too? You and your husband? Christopher says, can you rank the 8 games in the quarters 1 to 8? You mean the last 16? I will do that. I like that sort of question. Krista says you've spoiled the Titanic for me. Kraft says, do you wish to have gone to the pub with your daughter? I do miss those days. I do miss going to games. I mean, I could have gone to Mexico to watch England, Mexico, and there is a part of me that wants to do it. But to be fair, I spent 30 years being able to go and do that, and then I've spent the last 10 years doing this. So I think the opportunity hopefully will come round to be able to do that sort of thing again. I love doing this, you know. I love doing this, and I miss it when I don't do it. Another yellow card. This game, I reckon, in 45 minutes, I don't know whether this is right, but I think in 45 minutes we've had more yellow cards than any other game in 90 minutes. I'm absolutely convinced. Javier Bardem in No Country for Old Men, best villain besides Titanic bitch, says Mandolin United. Yeah, it's a toss-up between the two. Kesman says, if football was introduced in Westeros, which of the 7 kingdoms do you think would win the World Cup? I reckon it'd be really hard to play an away game against the Starks. You know, a cold winter's night at Winterfell. You're going to struggle if you're from King's Landing or Storm's End. You're not going to be used to that. Storm's End would be difficult though, because of the the wind. But I think a cold Wednesday night at Winterfell is going to be a tough game. Yes, Michael Oliver has given more yellow cards in 45 minutes than any other game in the World Cup has given in 90 so far, and we think our refereeing in the Premier League is good. It's shit. Sorry for the not talented comments, only banter, says Clangers. No problem, pal. Hope you're doing well. Half time here. 0-0 at half-time. Canada have been the better team. Morocco have been very, very disappointing. Hopefully they'll get a kick up the arse at half-time. Ashish says, are you looking forward to the Amazon documentary? Mate, we're not even going to see it for a year, so I'm not massively bothered, to be honest. Becky says, Michael Oliver is ruining the game. Thank you very much for that. So I'm not even going to dwell on half-time. I'm just going to get straight into your comments and talk about the next few days. But 33% possession, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's crap. Let's talk about other games. It's been a really very disappointing half from Morocco, not going to lie. So the last 16 games, we've got Canada, Morocco, obviously first game, 0-0 at half-time. Paraguay play France at 10 o'clock. We've then got Brazil, Norway at 9 o'clock tomorrow night, which I'm very much looking forward to. Then we've got Mexico playing England at 1 a.m. That's tomorrow night, early Monday morning. Portugal, Spain, 8 o'clock on Monday night. United States, Belgium, 1 a.m. on late Monday night, early Tuesday morning. And then the last two games, Argentina, Egypt, kicks off at 5 p.m. I know. I don't know why. And then Switzerland play Colombia at 9 p.m. So it'll be an early night on Tuesday night because we'll all be done by 11 p.m. unless it goes to extra time. But I think they're good. I mean, I think Switzerland, Colombia, if you've been watching the tournament, I think Switzerland, Colombia is low-key quite a difficult game to predict. Argentina, Egypt, if Egypt can do anything like Cape Verde, could be interesting. United States, Belgium, again, I think that'll be quite close. Portugal, Spain could be a cracker. Mexico, England's going to be very difficult. Brazil, Norway is going to be tough. I think maybe France, Paraguay is the one that's the most straightforward game. Then Wednesday is a day off. Wednesday the 8th of July is the first day since the tournament started where there'll be no World Cup game. Thursday the 9th at 9 o'clock is a quarter-final. Friday the 10th at 8 o'clock is a quarter-final. Saturday the 11th at 10 o'clock is a quarter-final. And then Sunday the 12th will be waiting until 2 a.m. for a quarter-final. You've then got Tuesday and Wednesday the 14th and 15th as a semi-final. And then you've got the final on Sunday the 19th of July. So we're moving through now. We are moving through. I think Michael Oliver has got delusions of fame. He's in America, probably thinks if it gets the cameras on him, someone in Hollywood might sign him up, says Nick P. A full 11 could have fit it on the door, says Dansk, talking about Titanic. And would you take Vizinha as our third string goalkeeper? No, I wouldn't, just Pasty, because I don't get excited about players doing well in the World Cup. Oh, no. Okay. Do you think Norway will take down England? A lot of things have got to happen for Norway to play England, mate. We've got to beat Mexico and Norway got to beat Brazil. Suffice to say, if we get past Mexico, which is probably one of the most difficult games you could get because it's a home game for Mexico at altitude. If we get past Mexico, we'll beat Norway or Brazil. In fact, we'll beat them both. Let them both through. We'll play all 22. Not worried about that at all. Yeah. England game is still at 1 a.m. It was, yeah, I mean, that was a bit of a joke, actually, how they were talking about a 1 p.m. game, a 7 p.m. game, because they haven't moved it. Right. Jonathan David has had one shot so far. Okay, I'm talking about my bet builder. My bet builder's in the mud, let's be completely honest. We'll come to that in a minute. If you could send one England player home and bring one in to replace him, who would you choose? I would send home Dan Burn and I would bring in probably Trent, to be honest, just so we've got a right back. I think it's the week. Actually, yeah, there's no decent England goalkeeper, is there? Can you name your favourite Icelandic football player? Says Bebs. Probably Good Johnson. He used to play for Chelsea. If you could say, I've done that one as well. I think I've done that one as well. Okay, lovely stuff. All right, so half time. I've got my answers to my 2 quizzes for you. So get ready for that. But it is half time. We're sponsored by Boyle Sports. It's 0-0 here. My bet builder is in the mud. Morocco to win. Ismail Sabari to score any time, although that does pass on to the sub Rahimi. Over 2.5 goals. Both teams to score. And Jonathan David over 2.5 shots. He's only had 1. So not going very well. I'm a bet builder at the moment. Morocco have been strangely crap. We'll see how it goes in the second half. However, which stadium is the highest... which stadium is hosting the highest number of matches during the tournament? It's Dallas. Dallas is going to host the most number of matches in this World Cup. Dun, 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 dun. So, yep, there we go. And which Canadian star and Juventus forward scored a brilliant group stage hat-trick against Qatar earlier in this tournament? If you don't know this, you shouldn't be watching football. Of course, it was Jonathan David. Don't forget, for this World Cup, Boyle Sports is all about betting with your head, not with your heart. Make sure you put loyalty and patriotism aside and make your picks with clarity of thought and don't let your emotions muddy the waters. 18 plus only. New UK and Ireland customers. Terms and conditions are in the description on the screen. Please bet responsibly. I do not have an answer as to why Morocco are so poor. I don't know. If anybody does, it would make a great conversation. I don't know. I genuinely do not know why they've been so crap in that first half. It doesn't make sense to me. They've been really bad. Really, really bad. Make sure you click and subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Get involved with That's Football. Everybody is welcome on this channel. We've got another watch-along for you at 10 p.m. tonight. It's France against Paraguay. And I am on United stand in between that at some point as well. But remember, oh God, don't be yawning at fucking 7 o'clock at night. Bloody hell. But remember, this game could go to extra time. It's been a shit 45 minutes. Morocco need to step up. I mean, fair play to Canada. They've played decent. But what an opportunity for Morocco. They can't play like this again in the second half. They're better than this. Vishu says, would you collaborate with Piers Morgan? What are your thoughts on him? Was he bright about shitting on Wenger in the early 2010s? I've already done a bit of content with Piers Morgan, and I nearly did some content with him in the World Cup, but we calendars clashed. So, yeah, I mean, I don't massively rate his football knowledge, if I'm being honest. I don't. I think he's got a lot of bad takes, but I don't mind him. I think Canada has to bring in Alphonso Davies. Canada is doing well. Let's go Canada, says Canna Dian. What make acoustic ever play any bluegrass, says Mandolin. No, it's a crap acoustic, actually. Yeah. Do you remember? I don't know what the make is at all. Don't even know if it's got it on it. I don't think it's got it. Oh, bad change there. They failed me for the last time. You're going in the bin later. I'm going to smash you up against the wall. You're finished. Do you remember when you interviewed Ricky Whittle on the United Stand? It's the scene of my greatest super chat when I compared him to our Ricky. Ricky Whittle, I mean, bloody hell, that was a long time ago. I think he used to watch the United Stand and then he blocked me. He was on Hollyoaks, wasn't he? I think he was a big fan of the United Stand and then he blocked me. It was a bit weird, but you know, each their own. People change their opinions. I don't know what he's up to now. Never heard anything at all about him. There's an article from 2025 saying handsome soap star signs up to celebrity dating app. Fascinating news there, but thank you so much. What was your whoop last night? Mine was 7%. I've been on the beer, says Jake. Whoop watch. I was last night. I mean, this is very niche. The 50%. This week I've had 77, 89, 28, 80, 85, 49, 50%. But if you go on the beers, it will hit you. Yeah. If you could bring any one player to Man United, no budget, says Just Pasty. Oh, do we have to talk about United? One player for Man United to change things. I mean, you've got to go for a holding midfielder, haven't you? So I don't know. Maybe Declan Rice, someone like that. I think we need a holding midfielder. Yeah. IM says, what's happening to Morocco? They've been shit, mate. Oddie says, can you block me, please? Be doing me a favour. No, he blocks me. I don't block people. Paul says, drinking 0% alcohol. Actually, it's not 0%. I think it's 0.5%. I don't know. Technically, I don't think it is 0%, but maybe it is. But I've had a few this afternoon, Paul. I've got to work. So I'm being good. I'm not drinking alcohol while I'm live. Players coming out for the second half here. Chiri says, unless you are France, every team needs to go through a bad game that they will end up winning. Argentina last night, Morocco today, England tomorrow. Yeah, I don't care how England win tomorrow as long as they win. I think you raise a good point. As long as we win, I don't care. You're absolutely spot on. Just win the game. I've played the game. Win the game. And I think England will beat Mexico. I mean, look, we're walking into the unknown. The Azteca is a fascinating stadium. There's no doubt about it. But if that game was being played in Scotland, we'd win. It's only because it's in Mexico that makes it difficult. And I do respect that, but I absolutely stand by that. It's the fact that it's in Mexico that makes it tough. Players coming out for the second half. Do you think your bet builder's going to come in? I mean, a lot can happen in the second half, but it's going to take a hell of a lot. I just think Morocco have been shit. And maybe they can make some changes, but they have been shit, and they need to do a hell of a lot better in this second half. They've created next to nothing. But I suppose a positive from their point of view would be that, you know, Canada haven't done anything really either. And they played with a lot of intensity, so can they keep that going? Oh, God. That felt like a long half time, that one. Ooh. Oh, these times are hard. You're the making us crazy. Don't give up on me, baby. Oh, these times are hard. Right, here we go. Second half. Let's see if we can get some bloody goals here. Surely Morocco can't play as badly again as they did in that first half. It's got to be better. It's got to be better. There's more to Morocco than this. And they're on the attack here, but yeah. I think if Morocco can click, they will win the game, because I'm not sure Canada have got the quality in the final third. Is Xhaka still going to Chelsea? I think it's an intelligent signing for Chelsea, but we're hearing more and more that it might not happen now. Dr. Thomas says, if you're looking for a Diamonde alternative for Liverpool, who would be your pick? Well, let us know in the chat. I mean, Barcola stands out, but if you don't get him, I don't really know. Oddie Grass says, can you unblock me from the United stand then? I don't know how you do that, mate. Anthony Taylor is the ref for Spain-Portugal. Fucking hell. That's going to ruin that, Tom. They're missing An Nasri, in my opinion, to squidge. Unless you are France, every team needs to go through a bad game. I've done that one from Chiri, thank you. Corner for Canada. I've never tried to learn this song before. I'm going to give it a go. I do not know. I don't know the rhythm for this at all, but I've got the chords in front of me. Let's give it a go. It's a corner to Canada. Let's see what happens first. You might know it. Let's see what happens with Canada first. Short corner. Don't like short corners. Yeah, this is absolutely a waste of time. What are Canada doing here? Absolute waste of time. Yeah. Doesn't sound like it at all. It's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming, football's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming, football's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming, football. Oh, that can't be right. Where's the chorus? What's A? A. Okay. Everyone seems to know the score. That's a quick change. Everyone seems to know the score. What's B? Oh God. Everyone seems to know the score. They've seen it all before. They just know. They're so sure that England's gonna throw it away, but blow it away. But I know they can play, 'cause I remember 3 lines on a shirt. I need to learn that. There's a few chord changes. Goal! Morocco! What the fuck? What am I doing? I'm trying to learn 3 lions and it's a goal for Morocco. I apologise. I'm staring at the screen, trying to learn the chords for 3 lions, and Morocco have scored a goal. Hakimi, short free kick, bottom corner. Morocco finally woken up. They have woken up. Sorry. I was trying to learn 3 lions chords. It's a lovely finish by Morocco. They were shite in the first half, but they lead 1-0 here. And it is a goal from Unahi from a short free kick from Hakimi. They were so bad in the first half, but they lead here 1-0. I'm going to get the sack. Got a message from Gary. Stop fucking about trying to learn 3 lines and watch the game I'm paying you for. Create a Whoop group for That's Football, says Vishu. Got no idea how to do that. I think the interesting thing about this goal from Morocco is that if Canada scored first, I'd be worried about them defending a 1-0 lead. With Morocco scoring first, Canada are going to have to lay siege, because I don't know that they look like they've got the firepower to score. Kyle says, what would you do if Chelsea sign a player over 28? To be honest, if I'm being completely honest, I would not give a shit. I don't want to pretend that I'd be like shocked. I probably wouldn't give a shit. But look, Canada have got to attack now. Morocco leading slightly against the run of play, if we're being honest. Primary school head teacher put the guitar down, says Odie Grass. But we've got a goal here. We did need a goal, to be fair. We did need a goal. What's Michael Oliver's favourite colour? Says Rayan. I mean, I don't know whether that's meant to lead to a joke, but I would say grey. What's for tea? Oh, I'm going to shock you. What's for tea? Over the years, I've said things like Chinese, Indian, pizza. You know what I'm going for tonight? You're never going to guess it. If anyone guesses what I'm having for tea tonight, I'll give you a shout out. But you won't get it. You just won't get it. And I can't wait. It is ordered in. It's not... I mean, you're halfway there with Chippy Titch, but... I nearly said Chippy Tits. Chippy Titch, you're nearly there, but it's not that. But it is from there. I'm salivating. I'm not having dog food, no. Not pie and mash. Fucking hell, I hate pie and mash. English people try and make out pie and mash. Oh, I love pie and mash. I fucking hate pie and mash. Pie and mash. Proper British food. Fuck off. I hate it. Pie and mash. Shove it in the bin. Not shepherd's pie, no. It's from the fish and chip shop, but it's not fish and chips. So it's not going to be a Caesar salad. Although, one of my biggest sins in... I've done two bad things in life when it comes to ordering food. Both happened in New York. Got to New York, about 10 o'clock New York time. Went out to a pizza place to get a slice and ordered a Caesar salad pizza slice. The whole busy place looked at me like, who is this absolute peasant? Morocco on the attack here. They've got a 3v4. He's probably gone a bit wide. Wins a corner. And then the next night, we went to this notoriously famous cocktail bar in New York. I panicked and ordered a glass of red wine. And he actually said, "Are you sure?" And I went, "Yeah." In a famous cocktail bar, I ordered a glass of red wine. Nobody's got it yet. I have mentioned it before. I'm surprised no one's got it. Corner to Morocco. I don't think anyone's going to get it. I'm just going to drop it. Chicken kebab meat and chips. Have a day off. Chicken kebab meat and chips for me tonight. Which I would rarely want. I mean, normally I'd be like Chinese, curry, maybe a Five Guys, whatever, but not. Oh, apparently somebody said it. TVN said it. Jesse Marsh looks absolutely fed up. He looks like a guy whose game plan is gone. He's been animated so much, like a puppy on Red Bull, but don't give your puppy Red Bull. But Jesse Marsh has been so animated in this game, he is now sat there like this. I think he's a man who knows his... it's going to be hard for them to get back now. To be honest, Morocco is a better game against potentially France. We've gone over 10,000 people watching. Thank you so much. Please do subscribe to the channel. Did you regret the red wine, Mark, when you got the bill? It was an expensive red wine, Katie, yeah. I'm not a massive cocktail fan. People might say you're a massive cock, but I'm not a massive cocktail fan. And that's why I went with the red wine, because it's sort of like, I would never have a mojito or a Long Island iced tea, because I know they're not really cocktails. Maybe I should have gone for a Moscow Mule. Everyone has an old-fashioned, but I'm not a big fan of it. I don't drink cocktails enough. What's an old-fashioned? I'm trying to think what's in it. I mean, it's whiskey, soda water, a slice of orange, and I think they put a little bit of other stuff in it, but wouldn't be my cup of tea. I like a whiskey with amaretto, which is also alcoholic. It would take your head off, but that's quite nice. Do you like samosas, Mark? I love them, Ami. Yeah, very good. Very, very nice. Any truth to Bawadi to United rumours? Is that a deal you would do? We won't do that deal, Chiri. It would cost a lot of money and we won't do it. Got a nice cold Carling, Mark. Cheers to you, says Condiment. Cheers to you, pal. Remember, we are live at 10 o'clock as well. Canada have got a corner here. I don't think they come back. I know there's half an hour, but I don't think they come back. That's a harsh statement, but I don't think they do. I do. I mean, someone said strawberry daiquiri. I do prefer a sweeter cocktail. I always have. You know what? It's a right crap cocktail, but I always liked a Long Island iced tea. You know what you know. And I do like a mojito as well. What's in a Long Island iced tea? I mean, some people simplify it, some people don't. I'd say primarily you go vodka, gin, rum, sometimes tequila, Coca-Cola, bit of lime juice, a couple of lemon wedges. I don't like a margarita. I don't like a pina colada. I tell you what, the one I hate the most, White Russian. Vodka, coffee liqueur, cream, ice. Vodka, coffee liqueur and double cream. See, that's a penalty? No. No. Have you tried Momo, Mark? Says him. No. Let's divide the world, Mark. Dry or wet chip, Paul? What's a dry or wet chip? Jade says, next time you've got to order a Moscow Mule. I definitely will. Do you think England's result tomorrow impacts United, says OTG? I don't see how. Brand says, we're going out. Pub doing shots of Jägermeister. I think Canada will keep attacking here. I just don't think they've got a goal in them. I might be completely wrong, but I just don't. Very good in the first half. No doubt about it. Very, very good in the first half, but I think putting the ball in the back of the net is going to be their problem. We're playing in Houston, and then it's Philadelphia for France tonight against Paraguay. Oh, I'm going to Ibiza. Oh, in the Mediterranean Sea. What rubbish lyrics. You could have done better than that. Amrabat is coming on. Former Man United player. Could have been, well, probably wasn't going to be. Let's have a look. Bawadi goes off. Amrabat comes on. It's Alcanas and Bawadi off, and it's Talbi and Amrabat on. Half an hour to go. So the coach clearly wanting to make changes there. early-ish in the second half. And he has made them. And they're on the attack here, Morocco, 2v2, but that's a bad pass. Yeah, I think Canada's big problem here is going to be, can they score a goal? They've been more than competitive, but I just don't think they look very likely to score. Good play on the right wing. Cross comes in. Canada clear. Morocco definitely been better second half. That's a ball over the top. That's a nice ball in behind. To be honest, Morocco have been the better side in the last 10 minutes. They're creating a lot of chances. They're queuing up here. I don't know. I don't want to blow my own trumpet again, but I did say Canada put a lot of effort in to the first half, and they seem to be getting overpowered a lot here in the second half. I mean, if Morocco had got that last attack right, they were queuing up. Please try Momo Mark. If not, at least Google it, says Himka. Momo special cocktail recipe is mint, vodka, lime, cane syrup, and topped with soda water. I probably would like that. Probably would like that, actually. Becky Hale says, have you seen the new meme of Macho Man Randy Savage about England fans trying to stay awake on Monday morning? I mean, that will be hard for a lot of people. If you're not used to like staying up till 3 a.m, it will be hard. Obviously, many of us are used to it over the last few weeks, and if we get the thunderstorms, offside. Weather, Mexico City, at the moment, considering we're 24 hours away, is no thunderstorms. We've got torrential rain throughout the day, but no thunderstorms at the moment. So hopefully that will stay the same. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. 66 minutes gone here. We're heading towards a hydration break. I like Amrabat. Shame he got injured at the end of his United tenure, says Duggar. Ooh, Bono's got caught late by the... Oh, he's going to book him as well. I think Michael Oliver is losing control of this game. I really do. He's reffing it like a Premier League game. He couldn't wait to get the yellow out, says Plume. Yeah, I just think he's refereeing the game like a Premier League game. He hardly even touched him. He really has been shit. Nothing really even happens there. Worst referee of the tournament by a long way. Never even touched him. Absolutely shocking. Really bad. Hydration break, yes. Brazil-Norway is tomorrow night at 9. Hydration break, yeah. It doesn't irritate me as much as it irritates you lot, but I think the problem for Canada is going to be putting the ball in the back of the net. Yes. It's a dish, according to him, Can. Thank you, pal. Right, just while it's a hydration break, I'm just going to actually pop to the toilet. This is what happens if you do an afternoon drinking. So think of some good questions for me to come back to. I'm back, motherfucker. No, I better not say that. It's still pre-8 o'clock. That was my hydration break. Well, I suppose it is, yeah. So, look, I feel bad for Canada because I think they've been a breath of fresh air in this World Cup, but I think the worst thing that could have happened to them was Morocco scoring, because I think they needed to score first. And it's a funny old game because I think a lot of people would have put Morocco as favourites to win it, and they are winning 1-0. But Canada have definitely been the better teams. Certainly in the first half. I'd give Morocco credit in the second half. They've been better, but first half, Canada were better. Morocco manager is you and Rangnick's love child. Oh, God. I actually saw some people criticising Rangnick as manager of Austria, and I was like, mate, have a look at the population. Have a look at what they have to use up front. People are treating him like he's the manager of fucking Brazil. His options are limited. Very limited. Jason says, I've only just joined. Oliver is by far the worst referee at this World Cup. Absolute garbage. Mate, he has been absolute shite. There's no other way of dressing it up. He has been absolute shite. We live in a beautiful world. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Seal's broken now, says Lou. I'll be all right, mate. I'll be fine. Would you rather be in Carrick or Tuchel? In? Josh, that's disgusting. We don't need stuff like that. This is a football channel, mate. Keep your kinky fetishes to yourself. Yeah, I think he's comfortably delivered the worst refereeing performance of the tournament so far. Howard Webb would be so proud. I've never seen a more silver human being than the Morocco manager. You would think a splash of colour just to contrast the rest would do wonders, says Nick P. And AU says, Anthony Taylor confirmed referee Spain-Portugal. I don't know what they're even doing here. Sorry, I'm literally just Michael Oliver comfortably delivering the worst officiating performance of the World Cup so far, embarrassing what we have to put up with in the Prem. And it's gone. Just on social media, I'm 40. This is the greatest World Cup of all of my lifetime, right? Question mark. I think it's been a fantastic World Cup, yeah. I really do. And hopefully it's going to get even better, but I genuinely do. Free kick right on the edge of the box here for Canada. Do I think there's a World Cup to touch this? I mean, it's still very early, but I don't even know if that's a free kick, you know. I think that's very soft. Amrabat sort of clips him a little bit, but I think that's a soft free kick. It's great free kick position for Canada, by the way, right on the edge of the penalty box, dead centre. So I like 2014. Obviously, I'm older than a lot of you, so I loved Italia 90. I liked France 98. So I mean, I'll never say that USA 94 was one of my favourite World Cups because England didn't play in it. But that was a good World Cup as well. Young says, did you see Yamal's little brother? I didn't. Aren't you worried after Harry Kane retires, says Chiri, there's no obvious heir? Who's the next England striker? Oh, I think it's a great point. I think if you're aged between 10 and 16, work on being a striker. You'll play for England. It's that simple. Apparently, Mexico 86, surely they score from this free kick. It's so close. You think about it. How many times have you stood on the edge of a penalty box on a football pitch? You can't not get this on target. I mean, we're not. I know, and this is professionals as well. No, fucking hell. That was absolute shite. Yeah, I'd be embarrassed. If I was Jonathan David, I'd sub myself. That was fucking rubbish. I mean, they're doing ref view. I mean, fucking hell. That is shit. I mean, look, how many times have you been on a football pitch on the edge of the penalty box? That's how close that is. And I know there's a wall, but literally, mate, curl it and smash it. That was shite. I mean, that was absolute shit. Why do they hire English referees for big tournaments knowing how bad they are? These guys are designed to ruin beautiful games, Ashish. Thank you very much for your super chats tonight, by the way. My bet builder is not going to come in. I knew this would happen at some point. It's just not going to happen. I am somewhat hindered here by some bad selections. Obviously, we're sponsored by Ball Sports. Check it out in the link in the video description or scan the QR code. But effectively, my bet builder, where you put a load of things together to hopefully come together and give you a big bet payout. Yeah, I had Morocco to win, which they are, but I also had Sabira to score, which he won't. Over 2.5 goals, which we're nowhere near. Both teams to score, which hasn't happened. And Jonathan David over 2.5 shots, which he has done. He has had 2.5 shots, but we're not going to get the 3 goals, are we? And we're probably not going to get both teams to score. It's a bit of a shame for Canada. I think they've been a real credit to the World Cup. And ultimately, last 16 is probably good for all of the host nations. I mean, you'd love to see one of them get to the quarterfinals, but I do think last 16 for Mexico, Canada, and USA is probably what you'd be hoping for. I think if you said that, I think the Canadian FA would say that's a good World Cup. I think the Mexican FA would say that's acceptable, USA as well. So Canada probably have hit where they need to hit, but I mean, it's crazy to me that they can't bring Alphonso Davies on. I mean, they can't start Alphonso Davies. I mean, he clearly just hasn't been fit for this tournament. They've got 10 minutes to go and he can't bring him on. I don't know how many minutes he's played in this World Cup, but they just can't. They can't use their best player. Any notes PGML should take from the World Cup, says RJZ? Yes, 5-second limit for throw-ins. We'll look at fouls on goalkeepers from corners. Stop giving soft free kicks. Let the game flow. Do you think Canada will score? Look, across the 90 minutes, Canada have played the better football, but I can't see them scoring. Nick P says, I think whichever World Cup you watch between the age of 8 and 12 is the greatest ever World Cup. Nothing can top the way it makes you dream. Yeah, Italia 90. I think you're right. I think there's something about your first World Cup. Oh my God. Morocco have got a 4v2 here. He's got to get the shot off. He's got to get the shot off. He's messed it up. He's messed it up. There it is. It's over. 2-0. He didn't mess it up at all. He got it into his man, number 8. I think that's his second goal, isn't it? Has he scored 2? I think it's Unahi again. I think he's got 2 goals here. Yeah, that's it. Game over for Canada. End of the road. Yeah, Unahi again. 2 goals. Look, Canada have got to attack. They've got to attack. I don't think anyone's going to blame them for that. But they've been caught out on the break. I've not been very impressed with Morocco today. I think they've been one of the better teams in the tournament. But I don't know what the post-analysis will be. But they haven't been anywhere near what they've been like. But yeah, lays it off. I mean, they worked it out in the end. They had a 4v2. It ended up in a 3v3, but they did work it out well in the end, and he takes that very well. 2-0. The end of the road for Canada. They've been good enough, Morocco, says Plume. Yeah, I mean, look, and ultimately, I think we had a great comment at half-time about how every team in the World Cup that does well will have a game where they weren't so good. Argentina, maybe look at that last night. But Morocco are definitely better than this. And also, you know, France. If France beat Paraguay. In fact, let's just take a moment to have a look at Paraguay's squad, because this is the squad that's going to have to beat France at 10 o'clock tonight, where we'll be live again. And we know about Enciso, formerly of Brighton. He's now at Strasbourg. Gomez of Brighton. I think Paraguay have got to somehow empower themselves and look at Cape Verde and really, try and produce some sort of miracle. I'm just looking at the World Cup qualifier table for Paraguay and where they finished up in that group. So you had Argentina top with 38 points. Then you had Ecuador second on 29. Colombia third on 28. Uruguay also on 28. Brazil on 28. And Paraguay on 28. Again, they're no farmers, Oh, header against the bar. Didn't go in. Rahimi. I've just realised a strange thing there. I'm sat here, right? Morocco to win. Sabari to score, but he went off for Rahimi, who would be his sub swap. Over 2.5 goals. Both teams. I need both teams to score. That's it. That's what I'm not going to get. I nearly got the over 2.5 goals, but I'm not going to get both teams to score. Keeper beaten. Well, I think Canada have done all right. Credit to Canada. They haven't parked the bus like South Africa did against them. They've had a go. And I thought first half they played really well. But I suppose this is the problem that you have at the highest level. It's the quality, isn't it? Quality in front of goal. Canada have lacked. Headline, since my wife died, I've lost all my friends. Literally, I've just logged on and it was the headline. Maybe you were an arsehole. I can't imagine people going, your wife's dead, we don't want to be your friend anymore. Apparently they're saying that the England-Mexico game could kick off a lot later than 1 a.m. because of thunderstorms. Oh my God. We need to get our sleep tomorrow, pal. We do. Fucking hell. That's going to be it's going to be a killer, isn't it? If that gets delayed as well. I think whichever World Cup, they've done that one from Nick P. Before the tournament, I said round of 16 was our ceiling, says Bran. We're going out, but I'm proud of the team. I think Canada have had a good World Cup. It's always sad when you go out of a tournament, of course, and it's quite an abrupt end when it happens, as we saw with Japan and Cape Verde. It's over very quickly, isn't it? But you know, Canada were never going to win the World Cup, and I think a quarter-final for Canada would have been incredible. Morocco would have come into this game as favourites, and I think Canada had a very good first half, but they lack the quality, don't they? There's nothing you can do about that, and I think they've had a good World Cup. I think for a host nation, they've had a good World Cup. I think last 16 for Canada is good. Thank you, Bran. I agree with you. People will say they struggle against a weak team like they will for Argentina, but I think winning these games where you have trouble makes you champions, says Arjen. Yeah, I think it's very difficult to play well every single game. And I've said this about England, Arjen. You know, if we get to the semi-final and people are saying we're not playing well, I'm okay with that. Ultimately, it's about winning the tournament, isn't it? And, all right, it might not be about winning the tournament for Morocco, but it's about going as deep as you can. I mean, they got to a semi-final in Qatar, so they're trying to replicate that, aren't they? Which is going to be very difficult considering who they're going to probably play in the quarter-final. If France beat Paraguay, it's France. Morocco coach looking like Rick Moranis, says Booga. Thanks for all your super chats, by the way. You can do that through the $sign. We'll read those out. And don't forget to click and subscribe, bottom right-hand corner, on the road to 1.5 million. My bet builder with Board Sports is not going to come in, no. I need both teams to score, which is not going to happen. And I would need Rahimi to score as well. So 2 things in the last 8 minutes here, probably not going to happen. France will be an interesting game because of how Paraguay even start to think about dealing with the likes of Dembele, Mbappe, and Elise. God, I'm yawning a lot. I am doing the France game, Vicky, yeah. I think I'm on every game now, actually. I was looking at that earlier. So we've got France, Paraguay at 10. Got Brazil, Norway tomorrow at 9. Mexico, England, obviously, I'm doing. Monday, Brazil, Spain, I'm doing. United States, Belgium at 1 a.m., I'm doing. Argentina, Egypt at 5 on Tuesday, I'm doing. And Switzerland, Colombia at 9, I'm doing. And then we're into the quarterfinals. So, yeah, I will end up doing every game. There is a 2 a.m. game on next Saturday night. We've got one quarterfinal at 10 o'clock on Saturday night, and then the next one's at 2 a.m. So, I mean, there is still a late nighter to come. Well, there's a few, isn't there? We've got Belgium, USA, and England, Mexico. But Morocco have got the job done here. I think they'll be very happy. 2-0 win. Didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they've got the job done. And they'll be attentive to the Paraguay-France game to see who they're going to play. Canada's scoring would do bits and over 2.5 gold. Only one thing needs to happen, says M. Thanks everyone who subscribed to the channel, by the way. You can do that through the link, bottom right-hand corner. What am I doing next? I'm on the United stand at 8:30, but I've got my chips and my kebab meat to eat before that. And I'm bloody starving. So I'm looking forward to that one, yes. Canada with the cross. And they've done all right, Canada, but not really any threat in front of goal has been their big problem. Ooh. Well, I do think there's an element of sadness, you know, the frequency of teams going out. You know, you start a tournament like this and everybody's in it. You have your 3 group games, etc., etc. You know, the ruthlessness of the knockout era is that you're out. And, you know, obviously you want to dream the dream and win the game, but I think if you put Erling Haaland up front for Canada, they probably would be very competitive, or Harry Kane, but they don't have that. Corner here. Zach says, I think they should fix the third team bullshit. We can't have teams drawing 3 times and going through. Well, we need to get used to this World Cup format, don't we? Kane! Oh, hopefully I'll be doing that tomorrow. Plantman says, to be fair, Canada are the worst of the 3 host teams. I think they were always I think on paper they were always that, though. This is why I think they've done very well. I mean, United States have got better players and more pedigree. Mexico certainly do. So I think Canada would be, you know, admitting that coming into it, they're the team with the country with the least pedigree. But look, ultimately, last 16, if England beat Mexico and Belgium beat United States, they've got as far as those 2. I think if one of the host teams can hit the quarterfinals, it's very, very good, isn't it? Anyway, they've got another free kick here, Canada. Terrible shot. I mean, I must admit, at 1-0, very good free kick position on the edge of the box that Jonathan David absolutely messed up. But that's where the quality comes in, isn't it? USA are playing Belgium for a place in the quarterfinals, and if they win that, I think they play the winner of Spain-Portugal. Why aren't Canada playing in Vancouver or Canada, says Hamoud? Because they didn't top their group. Yeah, I mean, I don't know whether that makes a massive amount of difference, but yeah, there was a pathway for Canada to be playing in Canada, much the same as Mexico have, but they didn't top their group. So Canada finished second to Switzerland. And therefore Canada ended up on this side of the group, this side of the knockout path. Switzerland have played in Vancouver and are playing in Vancouver again. So for Canada to get those Canadian fixtures, they needed to top the group, and they didn't. Switzerland did. So Switzerland's played Algeria in Vancouver last night, and they'll play Colombia in Vancouver in the quarterfinals. And, yeah, I mean, look, end of the day, this could be 3-0, and it is. Rahimi. I tell you what, it's a bit annoying in a way from my bet builder point of view, because I've got Morocco to win, yes. Sabari to score at any time, but he was subbed off for Rahimi, who scored, so that counts. Over 2.5 goals, yes. Jonathan David over 2.5 shots, yes. But both teams to score, no. That's the thing that's going to stop it for me. But look, ultimately, 0-0 at half-time. Morocco were playing badly. Full-time 3-0. You look at the score and you say, they've played really well. They have played really well. Yeah, my bet builder would happen if Canada had scored. Yes, Matthew, I've had 3 bet builders come in. Marsh is going to have a fight with the referee after the game. It's Michael. Can't wait to... I'm glad it's not gone to extra time, though, because I'm absolutely starving. I can't wait to eat. 99 minutes, 8 added on. Did Alphonso Davies get... I mean, I think Alphonso Davies being called up for Canada was a bit of a joke, really. The amount of minutes he's ended up playing is laughable. He didn't even come on. Came on for about 15 minutes in the last game. Didn't even come on in this game. So clearly was never really fit. And if you can't use him in a last 16 game, then he clearly was never fit. Game over. 3-0 Morocco against Canada. First half wasn't very good. Second half, they've done the job. They will await the winner of France-Paraguay, which we are live for at 10 o'clock. So make sure Saturday night, France, Mbappe, Elise, Dembele. Make sure you're tuning in for that. Thank you everyone who tuned in. I am live on the United Stand in half an hour, by the way, so you can join in over there. And then we're back here at 9:45. I'll get the coffee on. Thanks for watching. I'll speak to you all in a bit. Big shout out to Ball Sports for sponsoring the stream as well. Bet Builder didn't come in because Canada didn't score. Was that close? Speak to you all in a bit. Take care.